Hello everyone, and welcome to my DOL official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor's worst nightmares come true as Ridge saves Brooke from drowning. Brooke Logan is miraculously saved from drowning in Italian seas by Ridge Forrester. Ridge's engagement to Taylor Hayes may end as a result of this life-threatening situation that compels him to face his own sentiments. As Brooke's life hangs in the balance, Ridge's heroic dive transforms everything. The most important event in bold and beautiful history just took place against the backdrop of the Italian coastline. With an engagement ring and wedding arrangements, Taylor Hayes believed she had Ridge Forrester tied down. But destiny had other ideas. Everything Taylor thought was safe is about to be upended by the spectacular rescue taking place in the waters off Naples, and the effects will be felt for months to come in Los Angeles. The moment that makes all the difference. Imagine Brooke Logan standing on the Italian cliffs with the Mediterranean wind blowing through her hair when the ground gives way beneath her. A heart-stopping moment later, she's falling toward the turbulent waters below. What about Ridge? He is not a thinker. He doesn't think twice. He plunges. This rescue effort isn't your typical one. This man is facing his fate in the most dramatic manner imaginable. Something fundamental changes as Ridge fights against time and nature itself, battling the seas to get to Brooke. Ridge gains the kind of insight that only comes when you're confronted with the possibility of losing someone permanently during those dreadful moments when Brooke's life is on the verge of collapse. Isn't it ideal that Nick Marone observes from the sidelines? The man who once gave Brooke hope for a better future, a steady substitute for the Ridge roller coaster, must watch his competitor emerge victorious. What a pain in the neck. Nick's presence just heightens the tension because it's clear where this story is going based on his incapacity to save Brooke. The worst nightmare Taylor has ever had comes true. What makes this treachery even more terrible is that Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor vowed to stand together just weeks ago amid Liam Spencer's life-threatening situation. For the benefit of their families, they pledged to help one another and set aside their disagreements. That promise is about to be broken into a million fragments. Prior to the trip to Italy, Taylor pressured Ridge to complete their wedding arrangements. She felt that he and Brooke were in danger by going to such a romantic place. Her intuition was correct, but not in the way she had thought. She readied herself for sex, for moments of seduction beneath the Italian sky. This was not what she had anticipated. The expression in Ridge's eyes when he yanks Brooke out of the water and holds her in his arms reveals all. This is not just an issue for his child's mother or an ex-wife. This is his untamed, instinctual fear of losing his true love. This is a man who at last finally comprehends the true meaning of destiny. The moment decades of fans have been anticipating. Let's be honest. Ridge Forrester has been vacillating between Brooke and Taylor for the better part of 38 years. Round and round, back and forth, until the audience was prepared to hurl their remote controls at the television. A near-death experience, however, has a way of cutting through all the bullshit. The truth is revealed when you're watching someone you care about disappear, when you're recklessly plunging into perilous situations, and when your one concern is saving them. No more misunderstandings. No more conflicting allegiances. Just the unadulterated truth. Bradley Bell himself affirmed that Ridge will finally realize that the true love of his life is Brooke during this time in Italy. Those aren't possibilities or maybes. The head writer is clearly outlining the direction of this. Ridge and Brooke will love each other forever, following the rescue. Forever. Until the next crisis, that is. Not until after Taylor's presumed death again. Forever. The implications for everyone in Los Angeles. This Italian drama will have very disastrous knock-on effects. It's going to drive Steffi Forrester crazy. Her father's reluctance to let go of his Logan ruined her mother's engagement? Steffi and Hope Logan's conflict is on the verge of becoming a nuclear conflict. This will surely be viewed by Thomas Forrester as the ultimate betrayal of his family. Anticipate a fantastic spiral from him.
Hope may feel this gives her more ammunition in her continuous arguments with Steffi, especially because she recently experienced her own romantic drama with Carter Walton. Perhaps the Forresters should stop being so arrogant about the Logans if Ridge is unable to avoid Brooke. How does Nick Marone fare? He returned to provide Brooke with a way out of the Ridge drama. He's actually seeing the complete reverse, with Ridge putting his life in danger to save her. That must be painful. The answer to the eternal triangle is finally here. We now have an answer after 38 years of back and forth, broken promises, and crushed hopes, as well as two remarkable ladies battling for one indecisive man. All doubt has been swept away by the Italian waves. Being someone's second option is not fair to Taylor. She deserves a man who remembers he's engaged without having to nearly lose someone else. She's not getting that, though. She will be witnessing her own heartbreak up close. Since she first saw Ridge at the Forrester party in 1987, Brooke has felt that she and Ridge are meant to be. She continued to believe despite 8 marriages, innumerable divorces, and enough drama to last a few lifetimes. As it happens, she was correct all along. Is this reunion going to last? Will they be torn apart once more by outside forces? Questions like those are for another time. All that mattered at the moment is that Ridge acted without hesitation when Brooke's life was in jeopardy. A life without Brooke wasn't worth living, so he jumped into those waters knowing he might not return. What is destiny if that isn't it? In Italy, Ridge saves true love Brooke. According to spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful, which run from July 21st to August 1st, Ridge Forrester will travel to Italy to save his true love, Brooke Logan. While Ivy Forrester reflects, Liam Spencer's twist will also be revealed, so let's discuss what lies ahead on B&B. Sheila Sharp will visit the Spencer mansion during the week of July 21st to 25th, when she will awkwardly engage with Steffi Forrester and Liam. Steffi would express some thanks since Sheila attempted to protect her from Luna Nozawa, but she could never fully move past what Sheila had done. Sheila was shot in the foot while attempting to save Steffi, but Liam did the majority of the effort to ultimately bring Luna down. Sheila will express gratitude to Liam for saving Steffi's life and make jokes about losing another toe. Regarding Luna, it appears that fans will soon receive a more thorough explanation of what actually transpired with her. Like she once did with John Finnegan, Lee Finnegan most likely snuck Luna out of the hospital. Luna might eventually discover that Lee has staged her death when she awakens at a hidden place. When Luna accuses Poppy Nozawa of ruining her daughter's life and denying her a genuine opportunity at success, Lee couldn't bear to send her back to prison. Fans of B&B will also witness some scenes with Kelly and Beth Spencer, so they might get a kid-friendly version of Liam's medical history and find out that surgery will make him fine. Naturally, that process appeared phony, as if Grace and her colleague were merely following the rules in order to extract $1 million from Bill Spencer. After Liam was taken in for a brain bleed, Finn will examine the whole matter more closely and might discover that Grace had fabricated his tumor. She will travel down memory road with Ivy. Now that we know Liam still has a future, Ivy will find herself reflecting on her past with him. Perhaps this could involve an Ivy reunion. There will be several location shoot episodes in Naples and Capri starting the week of July 28th to August 1st. Nick Marone will have an engagement ring box at one point, and Brooke will have a great time touring portions of Italy with him. Ridge will, however, be powerless to stop his attraction to Brooke, who will want his assistance in the event of a crisis. Ridge's genuine love will be shown when it appears that he would save Brooke when she falls into the water somewhere. Liam's second chance, Finn's investigation, and Sheila and Steffi's truce. According to previews for the week of July 21st, there will be some surprises on The Bold and the Beautiful. When Sheila Carter Sharp pays Liam Spencer a visit, Steffi Forrester Finnegan remains composed. In addition, John Finnegan will look into it if Grace Buckingham doesn't come clean. Let's discuss what will happen this week in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The second chance of Liam Spencer. First, let's talk about Liam, who recently experienced a medical miracle. In addition to receiving a diagnosis of an incurable brain tumor, Luna Nozawa also shot Liam. When Grace pressed Bill Spencer about the experimental therapy, Liam was still recuperating from the gunshot operation. Everyone is thankful to Grace for saving Liam's life, and she has suddenly become $1 million richer. Except for Bill, everyone was questioning Grace's morality and ethics. Nevertheless, Grace provided MRI pictures of the patient before and after, confirming that there is no longer any tumor. The timing simply appears to be a complete coincidence. John Finnegan's uncertainty. That Liam will be alright is a relief to everyone. Two characters did, however, raise their eyebrows. Finn and Hope Logan are those people. Bill didn't have the literature or numbers that the doctor requested. Finn will therefore probably approach Grace and ask for some explanations when he returns to work. Grace received $1 million for doing the procedure. Was it gambling or debt? Perhaps she has an addiction. Has Grace's personality changed for the worse, or is she being blackmailed? Finn will be unable to stop thinking about it. He will thus look into it if Grace is dishonest. The Truce of Sheila Carter Sharp. According to spoilers for the week of July 21st on The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila appears in an image that was made public. At Bill's house, it depicts the repentant Dylan in Liam's room. Looking at Sheila, Steffi sits in a chair. The waitress reveals her most recent toe amputation as she jumps around. Neither Steffi nor Liam appear agitated or anxious. Does this imply a truce, then? July 21st, 2025, week. Luna Nozawa is most likely being concealed by Lee Finnegan. Luna was recuperating from surgery one moment, and then she vanished. Nick Marone and Taylor Hayes converse elsewhere. Katie Logan will also be present, asking Brooke Logan a lot of personal questions. Here's how Luna haunts Will and Electra's romance when disaster strikes. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester's romance could end badly, so let's think about how Luna Nozawa might come back to haunt them. All indications suggest that Lee Finnegan is lying when she says that Luna died while in recovery. Nevertheless, the other characters appear prepared to go on and have come to terms with Lee's experience. Without a question, Will and Electra are eager to move on from the Luna drama, but that might not be as simple as it seems. Even when Luna isn't present, she might still manage to stalk Electra and Will. Will was compelled to confront Luna directly as he conducted that sting operation. It was clear that Electra was upset since Will had to make out with Luna and utter some cruel things about her during those B&B scenes. We also know, of course, that Electra has been applying the brakes to Will's ability to hit the sheets. Electra has been putting things off, but Will is eager to move things along. Electra might feel she's done waiting now that Will has survived a perilous Luna circumstance. Given the possibility of losing Will, Electra might want to take advantage of the moment and spend their first night together in bed. But it might not be so easy for Electra to get Luna out of her brain. Electra remembering back to Will kissing Luna and pumping the brakes again is definitely something we could imagine. It might come back to haunt her as they attempt to build a closer relationship because Electra was so upset about Will having to play Luna in that way. However, it's possible that Will be haunted instead. It would be intriguing if Will freaked out when he thought Luna was in bed with him rather than Electra. Additionally, it would be a cunning way to continue employing Lisa Yamada in spite of Luna's death. Although Luna should soon be in Lee's custody, if Electra and will require an additional challenge, she may also appear in fantasy form. Following Liam's tumor recovery, Grace vanishes and hides with Luna. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Grace Buckingham is just as murky as her defrocked ex-husband, Reese Buckingham, who was a doctor. For financial gain, she has so tampered with Liam Spencer's tumor condition. Is she going to get what she deserves? Supporters demand Grace get punished. We believe that she fabricated the narrative of Liam's fatal brain tumor from the beginning. What was the reason? Her motivation today is greed, if she ever had one. Bill Spencer happily responded, "How much?" after she persuaded him to pay millions to save his son. What other financially capable parent wouldn't? Grace's complex plan. So how did the century's biggest scam get pulled off by the mild-mannered Grace? Since she is a doctor, it would be easy for her to show off scans of other patients, even one with an inoperable brain mass. Yes, you say, but what about Liam's deteriorating health? We would blame that on the harmful medicines Mom was giving him. Sometimes good doctors turn terrible. However, do you believe that Grace was more like Reese than anyone ever realized, or was she always Nurse Nightingale? Liam's tumor was invented by Grace. Regarding the scalpel that was used to Liam's shaved head, you might be curious. Since we didn't witness anything further, We presume that she nicked him sufficiently to require stitches and is now marketing a miraculous remedy. Whether Grace is working with Reese Buckingham is an intriguing subject at this time. Although Grace may have no other option, fans can sense that she feels under pressure and even guilty about what she is doing. If she doesn't carry out this evil plot to mess up a healthy patient, what if her kids Paris or Zoe Buckingham are in danger? Who has authority over Grace? Ultimately, the list of Grace's victims continues to expand. Thankfully, Liam's fate hasn't been revealed to the children yet, and I hope Logan and Steffi Forrester are exhausted by it. Don't worry, Bill will ensure that Grace is held accountable for her offenses. Is it significant, though, that he stepped in to get Luna Nozawa's pardon for her crimes? However, perhaps Lee feels sorry for poor Grace and assigns her a bed adjacent to Luna's?